Hello and welcome to HBM's Crypto-Corner for Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Almost said July, almost skipped ahead of myself there. We got a few things to talk about, so let's get started. Stan Gordon has presented an interesting case from Eric Altman, both longtime Pennsylvania Sasquatch researchers. Two people saw a tall, dark figure in Fayette County, Pennsylvania, that has a long history of Bigfoot and other cryptid encounters. But Stan was attracted by some details of this case because he had investigated similar things, apparently. Some strange elements associated with these sightings in the Keystone State. Apparently, there was electronic effects associated with this, or supposedly associated with this particular sighting, occurred in the vehicle just after the encounter. But he says, now Stan says similar incidents have reportedly taken place. Very interesting. There's been a seventh Loch Ness Monster sighting. A hump was spotted by a tourist next to Urquhart Castle. Urquhart Castle. This was on June 2nd around 1:30 p.m. when he saw the unidentified creature for about 2 seconds. Said a hump came up going against the waves looking like a turtle's back, black in color with a green tinge to it. Weather was warm and sunny with excellent visibility. But there is no photographic or video evidence. The guy was using his binoculars. Now, the other 6 sightings that have taken place this year actually took place via webcam rather than live and in person at the lock. This is the first one to take place at the lock for 2021. So, what are these witnesses seeing? Are they seeing Nessie or are they seeing something else? It's an excellent question and one that does not have easy answers. Finally, we have this report, Strange Tales of Disaster and the Mothman in Japan. So in the land of the rising sun, apparently there have been Mothman sightings. In March 2011, tragedy struck Japan. Apparently there was a horrible tsunami and an earthquake, and the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant was so badly damaged it went into nuclear meltdown, one of the worst in history, which apparently poisoned the environment and animals and people and caused lasting ripples that reverberate 10 years later. Well, here's the part about the Mothman. In the days leading up to the deadly Japanese earthquake and massive tsunami, a witness named Marcus Pules claims to have made a sighting of what he describes as the Mothman in the area. Pules said that he had been in Japan on business in February of 2011 and had decided to stay with a friend who had long lived in Japan teaching English in the rural town of Okuma in the Fukushima region. So, do we have a case here where Mothman is a portent of horrible disaster? Much like with what happened at Point Pleasant, West Virginia, December 15th, 1967, when the Silver Bridge collapsed. Apparently, there's another sighting. An individual who prefers to remain anonymous said he spotted a very large, he and a friend, I guess, spotted a very large flying form that they at first thought was a very big bird, which flew up over a bluff and right over near some nearby trees. It was estimated to have a wingspan of at least 10 to 15 feet. And the two amazed men stared in awe as it flew off silently in the direction of the nuclear facility, at this point trying to figure out what kind of bird it could be, because neither one of them were aware of such a large species in Japan. So, a decade ago, it looks as if Mothman made an appearance in the land of the rising sun. Hmm. It just gets more curious and much more interesting, I tell you that much. And that's going to do it for this week. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, you guys, to the heart of the show. I always say that, but I always mean it. And I'll continue to do this as long as you guys want me to. And hey, until 2 weeks from now, y'all be good or be good at this. This is HBM.